So today we are going to be working with the E harmonic minor scale. The E harmonic minor scale is made up of a root, second, flat third, fourth, fifth, flat sixth, and a major seventh. And that major seventh is what differentiates it from a standard minor scale. So this major seventh is a very important note, and we'll take a look at why further in the video. So let's take a look at how to play the scale. We are playing the E harmonic minor scale, so we are playing 12, 14, 15, 12, 14, 15, 13, 14, 11, 12, 14, 12, 13, 16, and 12, 14, 15 on the high E string. Now the chord progression that was used in that solo was E minor, C, A minor. Now those are all chords in your standard E minor scale. Then we play a B7 chord, which is a secondary dominant chord. Okay? And this B7 chord has that major seventh from our harmonic minor scale, which means we can play our harmonic minor over it. So what I did is, over those first three chords, I just played the standard minor scale, and over the B7 I played a harmonic minor scale. And I used the tricks and tips that I'm going to show you right now. What we need to know is that there are a couple of cool arpeggios available to us in the harmonic minor scale. We've got diminished arpeggios and we've got augmented arpeggios. Let's take a look at how we can play a diminished arpeggio. So we build a diminished arpeggio on the 2nd, 4th, 6th and 7th degrees of our harmonic minor scale. So that would be the 14th fret of the low E string, the 12th fret of the A string, the 15th fret of the A string, and the 13th fret of the D string. Now you can keep the arpeggio going like that. And the great thing about diminished arpeggios is you can play the exact same arpeggio 3 frets higher, 3 frets lower if you want to, and it is still the same arpeggio, just starting on a different note. So for example, if I play a diminished arpeggio here, play it 3 frets lower, then 3 frets lower again, 3 frets lower again. I'm just using those 4 notes, which is the really awesome thing about diminished arpeggios. The diminished arpeggio, it's important to note, contains the 7th of our harmonic minor scale. As I said earlier, that 7th is what differentiates this scale from the minor scale. Let's take a look at the other arpeggio we can use in the harmonic minor scale, and that is an augmented arpeggio. So it is built upon the 3rd, 5th and 7th degrees of our harmonic minor scale. So the 15th fret of the E string, 14th fret of the A string, and 13th fret of the D string. Notice that both arpeggios have that 7th in there. Now the augmented arpeggio works similarly to the diminished arpeggio in that you can repeat it in different places in the fretboard and it's still the same arpeggio. So instead of every 3 frets, we move it every 4 frets and we get the same arpeggio. So if I take this arpeggio, move it down 4 frets, and again, it's still the same 3 notes that we're using. As I said, they both contain that major 7th of our harmonic minor scale, which means if you're playing a diminished arpeggio and you land on that major 7th, you can then change to an augmented arpeggio, meaning you can get some really cool, interesting sounds by mixing these diminished and augmented arpeggios up. Let me give you some examples. I'll show you what I played over the B7 chord in that solo. I did 2 little diminished augmented licks over that B7 in the beginning. So let's take a look at the first lick. So what I did there, started on the major 7th, descended our diminished arpeggio, then ascended it, descended it one more time, and then we're on the major 7th there, and I descended a augmented arpeggio, just like that. So diminished, augmented. Cool, so the second lick I did over that B7 was this. So I used a G there at the 12th fret of the G string, then I did a G augmented arpeggio, and then I did another augmented arpeggio from the 3rd of our G augmented arpeggio. Then from the 5th of our G augmented arpeggio, I did another arpeggio. Finishing up on our major 7th, instead of playing an augmented arpeggio to finish, I just play a minor 3rd higher, which is what would be in a diminished arpeggio, and then finish on our root note to conclude the solo. So augmented, diminished, and finished up the solo there. So that is how you can use the harmonic minor scale in your playing. You can mix it up with the natural minor scale, and if you hit that secondary dominant chord, then you can do some cool augmented and diminished arpeggios over the top. If you enjoyed the video, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you thought in the comments. If you've got any video suggestions, also let me know in the comments. I've got a book that I recently just released called Chord Charisma, which teaches you how to create some really emotionally impacting chord progressions and reduces writer's block. So I'd highly suggest that you go and check that out in the description. I'll see you in the next video.